One really useful thing with the Ultrabeat is that you can send your specific drum hits to their own mixing desk channel. And you might think, well, why do I need to do that? Well, the benefits are you can EQ it, you can pan it, and you can add its own effects to each individual drum hit rather than the whole drum kit as a whole. Now, the first thing you need to do when you create your Ultrabeat is you get two options. You get a stereo one or a multi-output one, and you need to use a multi-output one in order to send out these different outputs. Now, if you've created a stereo one and you've already written your drum beats and you realise you want to do it, don't panic, because you can just switch and it will just convert it to a multi-output one without you losing any sounds or patterns or anything like that. So that's really cool. Okay, so we've got, again, we're using the Deep House kit, and a pretty standard loop. Now let's imagine we want to send our clap to its own channel. So we want to add some delay to it. So all you do is you click on main and you can choose the different outputs that you want to use. So let's send it to 3 and 4. Now the important thing then is you have to go to the mixer. Okay, and at the moment we can't see 3 or 4 for the Ultrabeat. We've got 1 and 2 but no 3 and 4. So click on the plus symbol. Oh, come up here. We want a stereo auxiliary channel. Down we come. And now we choose our input as instrument 1, Ultrabeat 3/4. Okay, and if we play it back, there's no clap, so we need to turn the fader up. Sorry, my mouse keeps slipping, but you could hear that working. Now I love using this, and I love using the delay designer to create some really interesting percussive effects. So I'll just show you another quick tip that I do. Let me come back to my notes, and rather than having lots of clap hits, I'm just going to have one. Okay, and we can see that working away in the mixer. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an insert effect, and I'm going to add some delay to it. So when this clap plays, we should hear some really interesting delaying effects. Okay, and be creative. Let's go with some complex patterns. So you can see you can use just one clap or one snare hit and use the effects available to you in Logic to create something much more original. My final tip, tip number 5, is about using probably the most advanced and intricate but most exciting aspect of the Ultrabeat. And that's this little switch down here, which looks very innocuous, but is in fact massively useful. And it's the step editing switch. So when we're clicked in voice mode, we just get the usual display, okay, allowing us to edit that voice in terms of filter, distortion, pitch, etc. What step allows us to do is to edit every single aspect of every sound in your pattern. So the possibilities are huge. If you click on step, you'll see that all these features turn to yellow, meaning anything that's in yellow can be altered. So for example, pitch, envelope, the EQs, your attack envelopes, your LFO rate and shape, your pitch of your oscillators if you're using them. So just loads of things. And what we're going to have a look at is we're going to change the pitch of the acid bass line. Okay. Now you can see it's already got a little bit of pitch work on there already. So I'm going to bring that down and then we'll reset it. So you can see already we can start to draw some more interesting acid lines in. It's quite hard to be specific sometimes, so you've got to use it gently, or you can actually move the fader and you'll see that little hit is moving up and down. You know the original note because it's in red, as you can see, so I just want to come up to there. So that one's going up and down. Again, that's a bit too extreme for me. That will do. So we can listen back to that. Oh, that's really nice now. And I can see I've got oscillator 2 pitch, which is this one. That's what's being altered. So let's alter another feature. Let's, for example, add a bit of drive. So you click on the element you want to affect, choose your note, and then I could whack up some distortion, and again you can see that's picked that up straight away. Come back to this one, just add a little bit of drive on this one, and we also want to, what else should we do? Add a bit of filter as well, so let's open the filter envelope up just a touch. So it's very easy just to click and move, and that's all you have to do. And now we can see the 3 things that we're affecting. I think we need to make sure the drive is on. Back into step mode. There we go. So there's a lot of possibilities, there's a lot of playing about with it, and what's great is that when you finally copy your pattern down, so click and drag, it will copy all those features in. That's it. Hope you enjoyed the tips.